Okay.
Right. And I want to reiterate something. One of y'all just added a channel. This is a very rough video I'm watching. It says lots of really sketchy words. I'm sorry I didn't warn you, Lawless. I didn't think about it. Talking to you. It's a pretty rough video, and it doesn't show anything bad. It just suggests a lot and uses very poignant language.
Mm-hmm. So polarizing. So just
it's intended to make an emotional impact.
Oh yeah, evoke emotion for sure.
Yeah, it definitely does. What's up, Lucky Laptop? Welcome in, bud.
Good afternoon. Good evening, Barbie. Hello.
Hey.
All right.
Any other questions?
I love his voice.
Thank you.
I'm sure they'll pop in my head, but I don't want to distract from everything going on.
There's a private chat. You can pop them in over there. And if I feel like I need to stop it to explain it, I will. See, the cool part about this is it's my show. So if you got a question, you can totally bust that shit up. I don't have an issue with it.
I appreciate it. I mean, I see it now, portrait setting.
Right. But yeah, when you have to do that before everything starts, I think. If you try it after everything, actually, I have no idea what it would do if I clicked it now.
Oh, you know what? Okay, let me do it. I'll do it. I'll test that for you.
It shouldn't do anything on your end, bro.
Oh, nice.
At all.
It shouldn't do nothing on mine.
It'll just probably kick you out.
Let me do it.
Enjoy your breakfast.
Might stretch your picture or something. I'm not sure.
I don't think it's going to let me do that right now.
It shouldn't. I mean,
I don't think it's going to.
I should have control over that part of it, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
The language.
Right. Oh, baby.
I like this.
Well, I always like trying to figure out new things, and I know that you're always on the cutting edge of a lot of stuff.
I try, man. I try. Sometimes it just gets really depressing screwing with it because, first streaming that setup, 1,000 views, something like 22 subscribers. The second one, I got 600 views, 10 subscribers. The third one, I got 300 views and 4 subscribers. The last one, I think I got 65 views on it while I was live or something. I can't remember. I have to check. But it seems to half each time until you catch your own grip. I was thinking because most of my content is shorts in the first place, that I would be more likely to encounter people that were already subscribed to me. And maybe it worked the first time. I don't know, but it doesn't seem to have a staying power, at least not algorithmically.
Algorithms leaning more towards the other view.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, with Untethered Live, he's only got I think he had 300 subscribers when he started doing it, but he's hit that Wednesday every week. Most of his chats are perfectly normal, but that Wednesday, every troll with a pulse comes rolling in to come try.
Because their grandmas are at church and they can do whatever they want on the Wi-Fi until she gets home. That's what it is.
Because it doesn't matter. It's like clockwork. It doesn't make sense.
It's not a cell phone, baby. They don't have to wait for that grandmama to leave, you old biddy. What are you talking about?
Come on, they ain't paying a cell phone bill with the data. They're on grandma's Wi-Fi. Quit playing.
So?
And she's not giving up the password. She be changing it. She's a stingy old bitch.
She is. Good Lord. Y'all are hard to deal with. Like herding cats. I swear to God.
I'm about to start myself, though.
All right.
By the way,
all right.
Javid was brought before a council where he confessed to his crime. Then he signed a document where he promised never to touch another boy again. Photocopies were distributed across the area. Then Javid was forced to visit 100 shops in the main market in their neighborhood where he apologized for his crime. But you cannot shame the shameless, can you? Really, this was nothing but a ridiculously civil punishment for a ridiculously vile crime. Ideally, Javid should have been either thrown into prison for life or been permanently exiled from the neighborhood, but he wasn't. And I personally suspect it was because of the status of his father in the community. No one wanted to...
Hold on, Lawless. Yeah. Don't you smoke weed on your channel? Fuck you talking about some damn language? Man, fucking screw you. Why are you fucking with me? What's up?
I don't use the language though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you. All right, but we're just gonna
he tries to do the thing you do, where you go to the right or go to the left, so you're not seeing.
Look down, come back.
I don't know about that, dude. I'm pretty sure I saw you squat rip a bong on your channel the other day. I'm almost positive. I am positive because I was clapping. I thought it was fun.
Brandon Mitchell, OPD Princess, Big Chief.
Yeah, we got
what's going on, y'all?
They're having their own little conversation while this happens. It's kind of disturbing. It means there's other people in the world other than us. Isn't that weird?
What?
Wait, you guys are real?
What do you mean?
I thought you guys were the voices in my head.
They're chatting.
Shit.
What are we gonna do?
I'm gonna have to take those meds again.
Yeah, gotta get you back in jail, girl. Straighten you right out.
I don't think so. I was just at the courtworld today. I'm good. I did, everything is good.
What is Barbie's channel name?
M's Mad World. Embers Mad World.
Oh, I think I've actually.
You're already subscribed, I think.
Yeah.
We've had this conversation before. What's up, Scotty Waddles? Welcome in, bud.
Hey, Em.
Missed anyone in chat recently? Celeste.
I don't
Brandon
know.
Mitchell, Big Chief.
Yeah, I'm about to get Brandon Mitchell.
I like her names.
He is not. I do too. That's pretty.
That name.
Celeste Rose.
Yeah,
I know, right? I love that name.
I like it.
Rose is my granddaughter's middle name.
Kevin Cox. I like that name.
All right, let's get through this horrible video, and then we can never think about it again. All right.
Sure, that's gonna happen.
Right. Enjoy.
To offend the old man by heaping more disgrace on top of the shame his son had already brought to his family. But if that was the case, then goodwill was about to expire, because not long after, Javid's father passed away. And true to form, despite the fact that Javid had been the bane of his existence while he was alive, the old man left him a sizable portion of his estate, about 3.5 million rupees. Javid immediately began to spend big. He built a large house in Rana town in Lahore. There was a pond, a basement, a swimming pool in the backyard. It was luxury.
Damn it, Thomas. So glad Anus untouched.
Then you better maintain that not dropping the soap.
Good luck.
I might wait till Tuesday to make that comment. Just
they're going deep, boy.
We'll start a GoFundMe for the preparation age. You're gonna need it.
Luxurious.
It's just miraculous.
Yeah, he also splurged on cars. 4 of them. A 5-door Pajero, a Lancer, a Toyota, and a Suzuki FX. The Pajero was his favorite, and he was often seen in it, driving around town with the boys he molested. Javid was as business savvy as his father, just in a more manipulative way. Because despite the fact that Javid seemed spendthrift, it was strategic. Every item, gadget, property, and vehicle he bought served the purpose of furthering his perversion. Soon enough, Javid came up with the diabolical idea to create a video game store, the first of its kind in the area. He sold his house, moved to a less luxurious residence, and focused on the
Hold on, I'm going to tell you what Snarkless Sass told me. It's because I'm a wizard, Harry. That's why.
So this is going over everything he did pre-killing. Is that correct?
Right. We've well, no. At this point,
the part of the story they're telling now, or is this after?
Keep in mind that at this point he has already assaulted thousands of kids and young boys specifically. And at the point in time that he confessed to his killings, which is a bit later in his life than we're at right yet. But I see no reason to think he had not already started. How many times are you going to be able to assault a person, just random people in the street, and them not reacting in a way that requires that you silence them immediately?
He was sodomizing the wife's kid, the little brother. So I mean,
I think it is almost certain that he had probably took a body before his 17th birthday, right around the time he got that villa. He got the motorbike, he probably became a multi-killer, at least, if not a full-on serial killer. By the time he's moved into the dead-end street over there, he has perfected a method of his desires. He doesn't want to just kill kids. He wants to collect specific body parts from kids. That is an advanced stage of this madness. This is not something you wake up on a Tuesday and be like, oh, I'm going to cut pieces off of little kids and build a perfect boy. This is a madness that has progressed to this point.
This is in India, right?
Pakistan.
Okay, because he said rupees. So I thought, because I was like, rupees, that's they got rupees in India too. That's why I was confused.
Apparently, wherever they're at, having buku money makes you virtually immune to the cops.
The government is super corrupt.
He had been accused, if not charged, with all sorts of nefarious crap.
And you just buy them off.
There's no record to what actually happened. All we know is that the locals all knew he was crooked, but the cops never did anything about it. Even when they requested, when they gave them addresses, when they gave them descriptions, when they said their kids were missing, because he filled his villa with guys that were all younger than he was, most of which were homeless. God knows what was going on in that place. I mean, a regular Sodom and Gomorrah. You don't know.
That's what it sounds like.
Hey, Barbie, you can answer this one. Does dropping the soap work different for women in prison?
I don't know. I don't drop the soap. And chicks tend to not really want to talk to me when I'm in jail.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Unless it's snack day, they don't talk to me.
Are we throwing spaghetti at the wall? I don't understand the spaghetti question. Why does spaghetti come up?
It's inside
spaghetti thing. Up, spaghetti down.
Ow!
Did I do it right? I don't know.
Yes, you did. You did exactly right. Yes, you did.
So are we not throwing the spaghetti at the wall? No, you can put it up. We're not throwing spaghetti at the wall.
We don't. Well, I mean, I don't. That's not how I check my noodles. I'm gonna start checking my noodles like that.
I always threw my noodles on the ceiling. My mom hated it because she was short. I could just reach up and pull it off.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, we wouldn't. Yeah, that wasn't flying right.
She would go out of town for like a week or two, but she'd come back. There'd be 5 or 6 spaghetti noodles on the ceiling. It'd be like a shell, a couple of elbows.
They're getting crusty.
So my 8-year-old son brought home this little piggy, but it was like a little sticky piggy.
Wait, hold on. We're going to need more information about your little pig.
No, but anyway. So
no, I need to know because
it's a little sticky piggy. Okay, so
it's a real pig.
I come into it.
Oh, guinea pig. No, porcupine.
And I look up, and it's stuck to the ceiling. I'm like, well, how in the hell did you put that piggy up there? But because it's a sticky piggy, he threw it up there and it got stuck.
Now, is that a real pig? Is that a guinea pig? Is it a real, pork, pig that has bacon?
No, it's a sticky pig.
Like those little the quarter machine sticky pigs.
I guess, but you remember the
what I'm talking about,
hands that we used to have?
Yes, that's
get
what
out of the quarter. Yeah, it's that consistency. Yes, but it was a pig.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I love those things.
Spaghetti up, down,
You just
down.
wait till someone's not looking and you.
I've
Spaghetti
completely
up.
lost control.
What does that mean?
That's Lawless's chat is just been waiting.
Lawless, you got to tell him the whole little story.
All right,
Because
hold on.
they're
Let's
just.
do this
Yeah,
right.
yeah, I don't know.
It's not going to
Oh,
stop. It's not going
no.
to stop.
Gosh darn it. All right, it's a dance. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to break out a dance for all y'all. Thanks, Beth. All right, here we go. So it's supposed to be spaghetti up, up, spaghetti down, down, spaghetti up, up, spaghetti down, down.
Spaghetti up,
Okay,
up,
spaghetti up,
down,
up,
down.
spaghetti down, down.
Yep,
Spaghetti
see?
up,
There you
up,
go.
I know
spaghetti
the little
down,
C
down.
right
Oh
now.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
where,
man.
Here we
where
go.
is the
Thank you so much. Oh, oh my God, I can die happy now.
That was beautiful.
I thought he did it really well, although I don't know what it means. Still.
it's
Nothing.
inside thing, you know. Oh my gosh! Now
Wow.
I just sit around and do that sometimes. Like,
Beth Beltran.
Yes,
What we
Beth
got?
Beltran,
ABCM channel.
ABCM.
Cool.
You can see a lot of different people pop in and out.
ABCM.
Don't forget to like,
Thomas
comment.
said you do it better than that.
Oh no! Don't you start.
You gotta get this man smoked up real good, and he'll dance all kinds of dance. His privated streams. He's got a few of them that he took down because he wasn't proud of the things that he did.
Damn.
Right.
Hey, when I was a young man, I used to love dancing myself, but I'm an old man now, so.
Spaghetti up, up, spaghetti down, down.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
see, she
Hold
did
on.
better than I did.
I bet you could get down, YouTube police. I bet you get down the groove.
No.
No.
Stuck up.
I've seen him twerk.
That.
I have seen this man twerk. Y'all cannot tell me
yes.
he's fun.
He's
Oh, we're gonna
twerked and
see
he's
that.
had my fire flame boxers on. Yes, sir.
I tell you what,
Why do I miss all the good stuff?
I'll share something. If Squatch don't mind.
Oh wait, hold on. Is it that video?
It's this video. It's got me doing some dancing in it. I could do the twerking thing if you want me to share it.
What?
Oh my.
No, save that for your.
Yo, got me interested now.
Hey, you can email me that and I would gladly, put it somewhere.
We're gonna need that.
Y'all do realize this shit ain't a democracy. It never was.
I know.
Where is dude, hey, share whatever you like. I'll check it out. I'll take a look.
All right. Well,
you already got it back there.
I got it pulled up.
Is there any information on that screen? Okay, I got you. Look at it.
Oh, I seen this one.
Hang on. I think I got muted. There we go. And it's
Pop-Up Belt Loop is going to be on the Belt Loop 29 channel. We're going to be throwing stacks of wax and slamming some dad gum. Okay, mamas and daddies, unwind your minds and rethread your heads. Hey, go.
Belt Loop.
Yeah.
Belt
It's
Loop.
going to be on the Belt Loop 29 channel. We're going to be.
Save it for the fans only.
And,
Miss Fans only.
let's see.
I have Batman pajamas.
Let me see if I've got my. Hang on, I'll have to find it.
Just let me know when you get there, bud.
All right.
Brandon Mitchell says your democracy blows.
It ain't my democracy. I told you, this shit ain't a democracy. This is Squatch
They dictatorship. Yeah.
That's right.
It blows when I tell it to.
Hang on. Let's see here. No, that ain't it. That ain't my video. I'm twerking. other people be twerking and no.
Unsurprisingly, it became a hit in the neighborhood. Word spread to neighboring communities, and soon, hundreds of boys had become loyal customers of his game shop. But you already know what this was all about. Javid would offer them tokens at reduced rates and sometimes allow them to play for free. Then, he would deliberately drop money on the floor and hide, waiting and watching for who would pick it up.
You got to be faster than that.
I know,
Snatch it out right before they get it. Wait, hold on. I get the impression this guy was literally putting a box with a stick and some money under it.
Yeah, and he was snatching them up when they get it.
Oh, that's just terrible. I hate this video.
Oh, that's awesome. CP, that's awesome. My bad, y'all. Sorry.
Once the money had been stolen, he'd announce the theft and order everyone to be searched. Of course, the thief would be caught. Then, Javid would take the culprit to a separate room where he
hold on. I think we've all seen this before, right? Have you ever seen the shoplifters porn channel over there where they supposedly catching the shoplifters?
No.
What?
I can't remember the name of the freaking channel. There's a particular channel. It's all the people you're familiar with in the whole prawn industry, right? But these chicks are brought in, they pretend to shoplift, and then they're taken to the backroom casting couch where they have a choice.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you've seen it? Guilty.
No, I haven't seen it, but it just sounds like something that could be fathomable. It's like
well, no, I mean, these are actual actresses. None of them are actually shoplifting. All of this is signed in a public.
But here's the thing: the reason why it's even on those sites in a category is because it's a thing for people. It's a thing, you know, like
not these. They're just videos. They're just like when the people show up and they do the casting couch bit, except in this case, they do a edit between the front shop, which is just some random store, and the back room. They're not even in the same building. This is a casting call, and that is them out shopping. It's not even very well edited. It's kind of obvious. Anyway, that went sideways quick.
Poor kid. Deed had been done. Javid would then try to buy his underage victim's silence by offering him the money he stole. But word got around very quickly, and eventually the elders expelled Javid Iqbal from the neighborhood. It gets tiring from here on because despite the fact that you know where this story is going, you silently wish someone would do the right thing and throw him in jail, or better still, end his problematic existence.
You know, in that country, the things that he's doing generally results in someone being launched off of a high place. You got it figured out, bud?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've got it. I mean,
oh, yeah. Oh, you just wait.
You know, it's supposed to be twerking, not me. But I'm going to twerk. Watch.
I'm looking at me getting to a shot, too.
Forever in flight, follow those lines, will make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memory night. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight.
Hour party after all. It's late night. Late night. That's what I'm talking about.
Where are we going? How long is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. By the way, it is. Let me fast forward it to the twerking.
Yeah, that's what we all want to see. Come on, man. Why are you holding out on
shake it
us?
like a salt shaker?
You're over here just teasing us, and we're here for the
That's the title.
Oh, by the way,
contest highlights.
All the audio on here is on the YouTube studio. So it's you know, I mean, it can be played because it's not
copyright free.
It's funny, man. Sometimes YouTube stuff gets copyrighted too. I don't even trust them at all.
All right,
It's just
no sense.
There's me. Here we go. Oh, fat boy twerking.
I don't even think I could twerk like that. Like,
I'm just curious. I can't decide.
that's
Something
better
wrong with
twerking than
you
I
or
can
something
do.
wrong with us for watching. I just don't know.
Hey, I believe in having
Damn right.
Down in my
I'm
soul.
with it.
I think there's another spot
That's
where
good
I'm
stuff.
working on there, but I won't ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, y'all go check him out.
What's that?
So T-Mac.
It's YouTube Police, and you'll find the rest of his channels if you just hang out over there for a minute, about 30 seconds or so. It's very interesting. He's got probably a more eclectic a collection of people than I have, and that's saying something.
It really is.
And it's an amazing group of people. They're all actual people. Most of the trolls have been filtered out by super mods that exist in his chat. So it's a fairly good place to go and hang out. I don't have any problem. It's not Flow State.
No.
How many of us have been on? You haven't been on Flow State?
I don't know.
I gave him your channel name, and he's probably been watching you, but he doesn't understand why I sent him to you, right? That's what I'm figuring, is he's staring at you going, this doesn't make any sense, because he has this really wide open kind of inclusive panel concept that he's doing. And you have more of a directed fire concept, you know. When you start doing something in a particular topic, all of your stuff is in that topic until you're done with it.
Try to. Hey, I'm scatterbrained.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. I'm scatterbrained, and I also have tunnel vision as far as, I tend to be a bit OCD-ish. And so I have trouble focusing on anything until I'm done with something. Once I'm done with it, then I move on.
Right. I'm kind of the same way. So I'm going to do this until we're done with it, and then we're going to move on. All right.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to distract.
No, we're good. That's what this is all about, man. We're discussing everything that we know and watching videos in the process. And I just really don't want to have to go back over this one later. It's horrible.
It is really sad.
No replays on this one.
I've never heard of this one before.
But no one did. And Javid moved to a new location in the same city of Lahore, where he continued building businesses with the sole aim of luring in underage children. From an aquarium to a gym, to a school that he touted as the first fully air-conditioned.
I mean, I'd love to, Snowfire, but what channel are you in? You're going to have to be specific. Okay, so it's not in Lawless. That's Lawless TV, Lawless World TV. Hold on.
What happened now?
She wants your link.
I got it. I'll pin it. I got it.
Of course she does.
I got it.
You joking? Of course she does.
I just read what you wrote. The guy is always so excited. Oh my god! I don't know what order you were in.
Right, damn it. We're gonna do it. We're doing it. It's happening. God damn
it. School in the area. Javid just kept having his way. He was a malignant disease that needed to be rooted out. But who was going to do it? What were the police doing through all of this? They knew who this man was. They knew his previous shaming and sentences and what he had done and what he was capable of. So why didn't they throw the scum into a jail cell? I already mentioned how he obnoxiously sucked up to them, and I have mentioned how he bribed them. But considering the number of boys he violated...
Okay, I am contractually obligated to make the following statement. In case no one else here knows, I love hairy nuts.
Yeah. I love hairy nuts.
If you get an opportunity to meet that man, make damn sure you shake his hand. It is well worth the trip. We had a ton of fun together. That was awesome.
That's awesome.
Surely he couldn't have bribed every parent and every policeman. You are correct, but there was a problem. Most of the parents that found out didn't go to the police because they didn't want to. The relationship between the people and the police in Pakistan at the time was testy, to put things mildly. No one willingly reported anything to the police. People were scared of them. Corruption was rife, and those who actually reported their crimes were either extorted or treated badly by officers who genuinely didn't give a shit. In Javed's
Oh, she's talking about YouTube Police. That's the name of his YouTube channel, is YouTube Police.
Oh, okay, there you go.
And he's tons of fun too. That's
There
this
you
one.
go.
over
I
here.
didn't think it was me.
You may have to look it up by going to YouTube Police 29. No space.
I think I got it too.
Because for some reason I didn't see them before I started the channel or changed the name to that. But once I changed the name to that, I started seeing YouTube Police out the yin yang. So
that's a good point. That's an excellent point, actually. Let's go ahead and cover that one. Ladies and gentlemen, if you plan on starting a YouTube channel that you plan on actually using for, purposes, always do a search before you name the channel and find either a way to name the channel something that hasn't been previously used, or just change the name to something that isn't in the search.
There you go.
And make it short. Short's better.
Yep.
Longer it is, the less likely people are to type it in. So if you have a channel named Apple, it'll do well.
Surprisingly, there wasn't anybody else named Belt Loop 29 on there.
That does not surprise me in the least somehow.
But YouTube Police, everybody and their mama's got a channel named YouTube Police.
Well, yeah, because everybody wants to be that super troll that trolls the trolls. But let me tell you a little something about that history. There are old trolls and there are bold trolls, but there are no old, bold trolls. Think about it, man. You get smoked from everywhere. You're going to change your name to Salt Acorn? Why did that come up? There it is. Actually, in the stack of videos I have over here, if we make it that far, I have Acorn Stash. Right before that Assault Acorn stuff, he made his channel. And about 3 weeks ago, it blew the hell up. But he was like, I don't understand what's going on. And I just kept sending him memes of the Salt Acorns.
What's up, Westside?
I didn't explain it. I just... Salt Acorn. Assault Acorn.
His relationship with the police had matured into something mutually beneficial. Javed started a monthly crime magazine where he published the heroics of police officers and established good contacts with the top officials in the department. He even had politician friends. So reporting a man like that to the same police could very easily backfire. Javed was, in a sense, untouchable, and he felt that way until one fateful night in September 1998. On that night, Javed paid for the services of a 15-year-old masseuse. But halfway through their session, Javed molested the teenager. And when he was done, he fell asleep. Desperate for swift revenge, the traumatized teenager invited a friend to join him. And together, they took Javed to the gates of hell with beatings so thorough, his skull was fractured, his jaw was broken, and he slipped into a coma. For 22 days, Javed was unconscious at Lahore General Hospital. During this time, his family helped him settle his mounting hospital bills until he gained consciousness. And even when he gained consciousness, he couldn't walk without assistance for 6 months. But that wasn't the only problem. Javed realized that his family had sold all of his assets to pay for his hospital bills and bail. His house, his cars, his shop, everything he owned had been sold to fund his lengthy recovery in the hospital. No one in his family had spent their own money on him. His life was ruined. He moved in with his aging mother who cared for him. But a few months after he moved in, she suffered a heart attack and passed away. The beating, the loss of his business, and the loss of his parents caused something inside of him to break. Javed needed someone to blame, and that wasn't himself. And after weeks of deep thought, he found what or who he was looking for. He found his target and proceeded to formulate a terrible plan for revenge. My mother cried for me. I wanted 100 mothers to cry for their children. This was one of the many reasons Javed gave to the press for the murders he committed. 100 mothers, 100 boys. In an extremely twisted way, Javed's concept of affection revolved around the material items he showered on the boys he violated. The only thing he felt they owed him was sex. Owed him. As ridiculous as that sounds, this was Javed Iqbal's way of thinking. He believed he loved the boys. Now that a boy that he loved had destroyed his life, and his own deluded belief, caused by the death of his mother, he now hated the boys and wanted to kill enough of them to send a message. Before this plan, the acts he had committed revolved around sexual crimes. He hadn't murdered any of his previous victims. But for 6 months, from June to November of 1999, Javed engaged the services of 3 of his most trusted boys. 17-year-old Sajid Ahmed, 15-year-old Mohammed Nadim, and 13-year-old Mohammed Sabir. Sajid and Nadim were 2 of the boys that lured Ijaz, the masseuse, to Javed's house on 16B Ravi Road. Many of the victims had families. Some were runaways. Some others were just out on errands. And then there were the occasional few that were orphans who had no one to search for them, whom no one even knew they were missing. Of these 100 boys, none was older than 16 and none younger than 6. Javed had every picture of every one of the 100 boys he violated pinned to the walls of his house. And on the 17th of February 2000, as the trial of Javed Iqbal began, those pictures were placed on the desk of the presiding judge.
All right. So what do you think happened to this man? Did they execute him, feed him to the wood chipper? Did they put him in jail for the rest of his life? Did they send him upstate to the farm where your goldfish lives? I mean, what do you reckon?
I would have to think they killed him.
This is Pakistan, right? Threw him from a high spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Lawless?
That's
Welcome back.
Or stoning.
What's the question?
I don't know that anything happened. I mean, his father was in, power or in with the whatever.
Yeah, he was in with something, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they kept just running and on to some other freaking community, which just sucks.
I like me
for
some
those
hairy
kids.
nuts.
We all love hairy nuts, right? I just like saying it. It makes people
Like hairy
look at
nuts.
me. All right, let's find out what they did to him. Hopefully it's heinous and terrible.
Or stone him, yeah.
I did it to avenge an attempt on my life by my boys, the death of my mother, and injustice in society. This was yet another reason Javed Iqbal gave to the press for the atrocious crimes he committed. That interview with the press, moments before his arrest, was taped, and it became part of the court evidence against him. There were also the letters, the pictures, the clothes of his victims, 86 pairs of the victims' shoes, and images of the body parts they had found in the vats of acid. And when it came to the witnesses, the prosecution produced 105 of them, including 73 members of the missing children's family. They found the owner of the studio where Javed had developed the photographs he took. They even found the rickshaw driver who had helped him transport the vats of acid for disposal during his 6-month murderous bender.
Welcome in, Carrie.
The case against him was so overwhelming. Why on earth was Javed now recanting every confession he had ever made? He was insisting he didn't commit the crimes. I mean, the prosecution had his confession in writing and a videotape recording of him saying he repeatedly did it. The truth is, Javed was an unremorseful animal, a petulant child who never outgrew his indulgent teenage years in the villa with the 200cc bike. Because after pleading not guilty, the petulant predator became a menace in court. He showed no sign of remorse and teased the judge with silly errands, requests for hot meals, and warm sweaters in the middle of trial sessions. It was clear he believed everything was a joke, especially when he claimed that he had staged the killings as a humanitarian effort to highlight the plight of runaway kids. When the prosecution asked him to rationalize the clothes of children found in his house, he said he bought them from a secondhand market. But parents of the missing boys had identified many of these clothes. There were mothers showing stitches that were unique to their style, along with pictures of their missing kids wearing them. Again, the case against Javid was undeniable. There was no doubt that he committed the crimes, but the case had become a global affair, and the international community was watching. Javid knew that nothing illegal could be done to him during the trial. At some point, he even felt he could beat the case. Why? Because the police had bent the law themselves in their bid to bring Javid to justice. During the manhunt, a friend of Javid was taken by the police for interrogation when he suddenly jumped from a third-floor building in the police station to his death. This was the police account of events. When an autopsy was conducted, there were signs that Javid's friend had been tortured. Meanwhile, during one of the proceedings, Javid's lawyer claimed before the open court that someone powerful had approached him to abandon the case. If this was true, there was a conspiracy at play. If it wasn't, Javid's lawyer perjured himself to gain an advantage in court. No one knew what was true or false. However, Javid's lawyer stayed with the case till the end. Another argument for Javid's innocence was why none of his neighbors had said anything when one teenager after another vanished into his house. It was a reasonable argument, but it lacked legs, because if the judge was going to consider the chance that Javid was innocent based on that premise, the defense would have to have had proved that at least one of the missing 100 boys was alive, and they couldn't. And so, after a month of a rigorous trial process, the judge found Javid guilty. He ruled that Javid and his oldest accomplice, the 17-year-old Sajid, were to be hanged at Maniri, Pakistan, the same garden where they lured in most of the boys. And he ordered that their bodies be cut into 100 pieces and dissolved in acid in front of the families of the victims. While this might seem like a fitting sentence to you, it was an emotional sentence that violated Islamic tenets and a couple of human rights laws. The Pakistani government condemned the sentence and deemed it unconstitutional. It was amended, but the death sentence stood. His accomplices were given lengthy sentences, and they were all sent to maximum security prison. But even in a maximum security jail, Javid's bloated sense of worth and entitlement persisted. In fact, his admission of innocence took a religious turn. He told one visiting journalist that he was chosen by God for a special purpose. He told another that he intended to appeal his case and that he had NGOs lining up to defend him, which was not exactly true. Whatever was going on through his evil skull would eventually come to a screeching halt a year after his conviction. Javid, along with one of his accomplices, were found dead in their cells. They had used their shirts to hang themselves. This was the police report. When the autopsy was conducted, there were signs of torture. Javid's family was convinced that he was killed because he had tried to reveal the names of top...
All right. Y'all might be wondering why it is that I'm not showing all of the chats that come through. It's because some of them are like this, and they're just words that are supposed to represent something that's in someone's particular channel, you know, and it doesn't really look great when you pop that stuff up. Hey, we got a Truth Be Told audits in here.
Apologies for that, my good man. Apologies.
It's no, it's fine.
What are you apologizing for?
These. You know, I was just trying to explain why it is that I'll show these because they've got the actual emoji in them, but I don't generally pop these up because it just looks like gibberish to everybody. Covers a lot of the screen. I hadn't thought about the fact that I hadn't explained that during this period because it hadn't been a problem in a minute. And it's not a problem now, but there you go, friends. So you reckon they got him? That asshole. Did they actually take him out? I hope so. They said the death penalty stood. So We'll see.
Government officials within the Pakistani government who slept with his boys, Jeffrey Epstein style, just without the island.
Oh, wow.
Alternative for the skeptics.
Dude.
4 days before Javad Iqbal was found dead in his cell, the country's highest Islamic court had agreed to hear his appeal against the death sentence. Thanks for tuning into Twisted Minds. That was the case of Javad Iqbal. And why don't you go ahead and click?
Oh, I wonder. Sounds familiar. I didn't know you could let certain chat in and out. That's awesome. You could do a lot of stuff over there, huh? We almost do that part of the stream. So if you need to come back in a few, then we understand and appreciate you, John. Oh, so I'm reading the wrong one. Don't mind me.
Well, if you're using the StreamYard chat, you can see every chat being co-streamed. But if you're in your chat, you'll only see the individuals that are coming out of your
Barbie
stream.
has at least one person in her chat that is not showing up in StreamYards.
Really?
Are they chatting?
It's MGTOW. Is MGTOW in your chat, Barbie?
He left one message at the very beginning of the chat.
Right, but it never showed up over here.
Are you sure?
I've gone back and looked. I have looked. When she first mentioned it, I went looking for him, and as far as I can tell,
him blocked?
I do not. It should not matter on this end.
On StreamYard? Yeah, let me see.
Right.
If I see it in
I
mine.
don't think I have him blocked on my channel. I have no reason to have had him blocked.
I don't have him blocked either.
No, he showed up
weird.
in
He
the
just
chat.
recently started being vocal.
I mean, I guess it's possible that I missed it, but I went looking for it specifically. So,
Well, see, Shadow and Light is in her chat.
yeah, yeah, and I got that one. But right after she commented to him, I saw her response to him, but I never have seen his particular.
Ace was the very first one. Once I started
in your chat, he's probably 729th in the rest of them, though. I mean,
yeah, that's all I'm going through and looking.
It ain't even like that. All right. So at this point, we're going to do something a little bit different from planned. That was very disturbing. I did not like it. I'll be honest. So I'm going to put up some wild memes in the background for y'all to read whenever y'all want to. I'm going to mute the guy who talks. We're going to do this. We're going to take that down because I'm better than that.
Chocolate milk comes from brown cows. Oh my gosh, when my sister and I were little, growing up, and we'd go up to Tennessee to visit my grandparents, we'd go into the cow pasture to fly our kites. You know, we always had to, watch out for cow patties. Well, growing up, my grandpa always told my little sister that she got her freckles because she stood behind a cow and it farted.
Wow.
It's showing up on my end. I see it over here.
All right. Hey, what's up, Toe for Life? Welcome in
the building.
So I have freckles everywhere. My sister told me when I was a child, and she has stuck to this story throughout my entire life, that I am not actually her brother, but a kid that was picked up on the side of the road and adopted, and that I was actually painted white, and my freckles is where all the paint's chipping off. That I'm actually an Ethiopian white boy, because when I was a child, I was very skinny. And this is her explanation for my existence.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Sisters, huh?
Oh my goodness gracious.
I was trying to fix it to where it would link both of them, but it didn't.
World child.
Good evening, Joan.
Oh, I know it.
Make stupid people famous. Good to see you.
I got a squirrel in my hair, and it was from a cow lick.
Road child. Ben T. What's up, bud?
Okay.
That actually running?
Did I
yes.
get that?
Okay.
Team Edward.
Sparkle simps are welcome. It's fine. But Barbie, we can't hear the voices in your head except for the one that's coming out.
I just realized my phone was about to die.
It's very
Got
good.
Okay.
Like
Turbo power connected.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got one of those chargers.
Ooh. Who's my lucky 2 contestants in the building right now, huh?
Wait, what? Who? Where?
Thank you so much for staying here, everybody who's left.
I run everybody else off.
It's like, damn it, I already knew that.
Try back up to 6 now.
But that is
All
funny.
I blame y'all.
I don't know who that
What,
is.
for her career-ending injury? That's not our fucking fault. Bitch is old.
Oh my goodness gracious. Sable.
She is. Rapino, she's old. She knows that's what it is. She knows that's what it is.
I take it she plays soccer.
She, if that's what you want to call it,
She did.
They got smoked. They got smoked by a group of 14-year-old B streeters. That's the world champions women's soccer team. Got put down like a bad puppy by the 16-year-old B stringers from like Uruguay or some shit. It's hilarious.
Wow.
I thought it was funny. 14-year-olds, and they were clowning on them women too. That's what got me, is they didn't just go out there and beat them. They went out there and clowned on them women.
In home grow. What's up, man? Ariana.
Vegetarian hot dogs contain meat for flavor.
Oh,
But
wow.
what kind of meat?
All right, you want me to end your
We don't
thing,
even
or
need
you
to go
want?
there.
That's
Let's
up to
go.
you, baby. You do it
Me?
your way.
Yeah.
I was talking to Ajot. She's dipping out. I was asking if she wanted to enter stream or if she wanted to just let it in when I'm done, which will be in about another hour.
You're the one who ends it, right?
Yes, I can do that. But if you want to end your attachment to it, all you gotta do is click the button up there and edit it to remove. And
oh, I was wondering. I seen the remove, and I was like, does that take me out of it? I was wondering.
It takes your stream stays up on your channel until you private it, but it takes you out of the live stream for now. I think after you remove it, if you wanted to, you could go and reconnect it. I don't know. I haven't tried that. I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
Chicken meat soup. I don't believe you.
What was the question?
I missed that.
Said he
Whether
just
or not
what
about the I know that if you go through and you can end your part of the live stream just by clicking on that, that little symbol up at the top right, and remove it, but it won't take you off the panel. For that matter, you can leave the panel and you'll still be co-streaming until he ends it, or you can come back on and enter the StreamYard again and end it.
Or you can let me know and I can turn it off over here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flexibility there, which is really cool. I'm not sure how useful it is, really. I suppose if there were parts of a show you didn't want on your channel, but I wanted to show, we could start it, do part of it, end it, do the part you don't want on your channel, and then start again. But that all seems very strange.
Well, why wouldn't you just go through and edit it out using the editor?
Well, because it actually goes up live. If you didn't want to have certain data at all, like if somebody was saying certain naughty words that are verboten,
yeah,
you're monetized or whatever,
Yeah, although I guess you could make it private or
well, that's
not.
the plan. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Basically, you just, as soon as you come down and it gives you the opportunity, you private it.
Yeah, that's true.
When I first started Sasquatch Shields, this whole Chilling with Sasquatch grew from the After Dark portion of that show. And when I first started Sasquatch Shields, the purpose of it was to make the episode, not the live stream. And so I would private the live streams just as soon as I got done with them.
Yeah.
It made so many people mad. They got so mad, dude. They were like, well, I was going to watch that later. No, you're not. Fine.
Hey, here's just a thought, Squatch. You could go through and make them members only. That way
I'm not monetized
Is that what
even
you're
to
gonna
that.
do when you are?
That was my plan when I first started putting it together, was to leave the episodes up free, have the live streams be anybody can show up, and then have the rewatch of them be members only type.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening is I got bitched out by every single one of my mods every single day for about 2 months in emails and text and on Instagram and Facebook and everywhere else. They came at me. And finally, I was just like, fine, screw it. Y'all can just watch whatever y'all want to watch.
Are you on Instagram?
Well, one thing
I
about
think it was a
also,
mistake.
well, if you're a lot of people do struggle for their watch hours.
Yeah.
And if you privatize them, then at least for those individuals that need watch hours, wouldn't they wouldn't get those if they marked them as private or whatever. So
right. That was another thing. That was another aspect of when I was looking at the metrics of trying to decide whether to leave them public or make them private. There was a couple of them, like the one, my NC Tyrant Hunter live stream, when I did the Sasquatch Shields for him, I think I had close to 2,000 people in chat at one point in time. Wow. It was wild. It was wild. Like, we got rated by like 3 different channels all in a row. So for a little while there, my chat just went. There was nothing I could do with it. I was just randomly poking at shit, hoping it would highlight. Nothing I could do with it, bro. But it was a good lesson. It was still a really good lesson.
That's funny.
I love that movie.
No regrets. R-A-G.
Not even one single letter.
I know a guy who has the words "to thy one self be true" on his leg because the guy who did the tattoo couldn't spell on, apparently.
Oh no. Are you oh my god.
Nice.
Dude.
All right, brother. Appreciate you coming through. You know how to end stream on your channel?
Now I do. The remove, right?
Make it happen.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Y'all take it easy, all right?
You got to do it before you leave, bro. If you leave, you can't do it. It's left up to me, and I'll do something kinky on your channel.
In the world where I say good night and greatness to everybody. Thank you for joining in to Lawless World TV. Peace out, everybody. Ow!
Hey, good meeting you.
Let me see. Remove and
there you go. You did it. You did good.
I did.
I'm proud of you. You're growing as a streamer. Look at you.
He gets like the A in the first class of slave class, YouTube slave class.
Actually, I'm not doing that on YouTube. I feel like YouTube might take offense.
We're going to do that Rumble.
It's going to have to be elsewhere. I think I'm going to make that part of my backstage thing. I don't know if I'm going to put that up anywhere. Because and this cat right here is probably the second most, I don't know how to explain it. We've had a lot of the same questions and we've done different experiments to get the answers. And we came up a lot of times with the same answers from our different methods. So chances are they're more likely correct, or were at the time, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have a more inquisitive mind than most people. And not too many people is at the point where they're willing to go and try to figure these things out. They just want to accept what other people say. And, I don't accept what anybody says unless
I don't believe not one of you bitches. Not one. None of y'all. I don't believe none of you. Y'all can tell me some stuff. I will immediately go backstage.
Double check it.
Half a dozen people's backstages until I find out what I need to know to tell whether it's true, most likely true, not true, or completely absurd. And I've found a lot of completely absurd, a lot from what people tell me.
Yeah. Let's see.
He probably still honks the horn because you never know.
Wow.
I can tell you this part from
I know
experience.
some that automatically back up, that beep automatically when you put it in reverse.
Yeah, they beep automatically, but there on some forklifts, there's like a literal button you got to mash to make the beep beep happen. On some forklifts, when you pass it through neutral into reverse, a horn goes off and then the beep starts. It's part of the reversing process.
Yeah,
It's the same
yeah.
switch. But on the
Yeah.
one that I used at the pipe plant, there was a button wired to the bottom of the steering wheel.
The wheel,
And when you
yeah.
turn the steering wheel, it would go beep, 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 beep.
But then when you
Beep,
stopped,
beep,
it wouldn't beep.
beep, beep.
Yeah.
So as long as you were
Kinda like-
going straight forward and back, it wasn't a problem. The problem was driving forward or backwards. It was like beep, 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 beep. It was horrible. I hated that thing. But that
Forklifts
same
are
place
cool, but they're
had the
tricky.
coolest forklift I've ever seen. It was a multi-articulated, multi-footed design. The damn thing's wheels were on extendable hydraulics, so you could walk
Yeah.
it across the dirt.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
It
I know exactly what
wild.
you're talking about.
No
'Cause
one
we
could
had one.
drive it when I first started up working there. It was just sitting in the corner with a sticker stuck on it that was like, no. And I was like, why isn't anyone using that? And the night manager brought me over. He was like, no one can figure out how to drive it. And I walked over and popped open the back, and there was a manual sitting right there in the little pocket. And I'm like,
See, that's what you don't ever want to wait around for
turn
me,
that thing
is the
off.
manual to something. Because if I can find the manual, I'm getting in it and I'm driving it. I can operate it. I can put it together. Whatever it is, if there's a manual, it can be done.
Well,
If
the
it
thing is,
does not
by
have a
that
manual, I
point-
cannot fucking do it.
But by that point in time, I had qualified on like 176 heavy equipment. So, like, if it's got wheels, I can drive it.
If it's got a wheel, I can drive that.
That's when you go to YouTube and look up how to drive this particular vehicle.
Exactly. It'll tell you everything you need to know.
Got just about everything else on there.
Yeah. But there was one thing I could not figure out from YouTube.
Oh my
for absolutely
God. Could you imagine?
Oh my God. Stop that. Cut them into circles and replace
It's like,
your
whoa,
mate's
calm down, Satan. Satan was like, exactly. That is.
No,
I did
no,
not.
Satan was like, stop that. You're evil.
He was like, I don't co-sign to that. That was not me. That was from a darker place.
All right, make stupid people famous. I appreciate it, bud. Never honked. Whinging, not bitching. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, right. I mean, steaks. I'm going to have steaks tomorrow. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. That's lunch tomorrow. Steaks. Damn right. I'm doing it.
Andy Pickle asked, how did you wreck the forklift?
Actually, that one I never wrecked. The only one I ever wrecked was
I was watching a how to drive a forklift video.
while I was driving.
While I was driving the forklift.
I didn't wreck a lull. A lull failed on me, right? So when you're dealing with the lull, they also have articulated wheels, and it has like this extendable boom, and the forks move this way, and you can move the forks this way. And I was moving some material off of a roof down to the ground, and one of the hoses burst, and I got a hot shower and hydraulic fluid. It was disgusting. The disgusting. Well, okay, so that's bad. But the really bad part was when the boom come down, it jacked up the back end of that thing so high and almost launched me right out of it, dude. Like, it was like, flam.
I mean, you were scared.
It happened so quick, I didn't really have a chance. to be afraid. Not it was just like I was just operating the machine and everything went to hell so quick that I just stepped out. I turned it off, did everything you're supposed to do, did a safety lockout on it, and then I left.
Have you ever fixed a frame that got warped or bent or like damaged?
On like you talking about like bending?
Yeah, like it
Like
bent in a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, so if you've got the right equipment, you can do that. But for the most part, if the frame of a vehicle is bent, it is totaled.
It's totaled.
The
Yeah,
reason it is
yeah.
No, the reason it is totaled is because you will never get it to actually take an alignment, and you will forever be devouring tires.
That's what I wanted to know.
It is cheaper to replace the vehicle in the long run than it is to try to get the frame fixed. Even if you're successful in fixing the frame, it's going to cost you a couple of grand anyway. There's a very good chance that you're going to continue eating up tires anyway, just because that's the way your truck drives now.
Dude, and whatever it's doing with the arm, there's an arm. I can't remember what its specific arm it is, but that's what's causing it to not only wear into the tires, but like snap the fucking lug nuts off, dude. Like, it's crazy. I'm not getting back in that car again. Oh my God. How cute. So cute.
Right?
Look at the face. Look at the little face. Oh my God.
My wife's telling me we need to get our moose a little brother. And I'm like,
yes, I agree.
Getting pretty old there. Sun's getting low there, big fella. You sure you want to pick up another life that we're not going to survive? I mean,
oh, don't think of it like that. You're not that old, Papa Damn.
You can't be cheated.
I refuse to accept that you're old. No.
I'll get you one more.
Oh, so okay, so that's a thing. So that's why all of them are C chargers now. I hate that shit.
When it comes to hydraulic bursts, the pressure is so high that it literally injects through the skin into the space between the skin and the muscle and inflates it like a balloon. And there's almost no way to get that stuff out short of an alcohol flush. Yeah. And that means your skin doesn't reattach to where it's supposed to reattach. And so, yes, you can end up losing a finger just from a split-second jet of hydraulic fluid.
You know, you could also have problems if you try to do that with a high pressure airline.
Oh, especially if there's no water in it, bro.
Yeah. Humidity. Yeah.
Yep. That'll make a high pressure airline very, very, very dangerous.
I love my air compressor though.
Don't tempt me.
I think it's so cool that it's just it is. People not expect it walk by, and I just flip that thing on, blow air at them. I love doing. I'm weird. Because that's what it is. They get all freaked out. It's just air.
So at this point, I am going to offer up the YouTube slave class after dark thing, which usually happens in off of everything. I might leave it up on Rumble this time. I haven't done it on Rumble yet.
I said, how do you live stream on Rumble? How are you doing that?
Yes, I am. What you have to do, in fact, there's 5 people watching on Rumble, although I've yet to see anything in the chat. Anyway, what you have to do is you have to go into stream. If you're using StreamYard, you have to go into StreamYard, set up the stream. This is the way I do it. It's easier this way. You name it. You do your full description in YouTube like you normally would. And then after all of that's done, you click your Rumble add-on which you have to do everything you did to be able to stream to YouTube. You have to do that with Rumble, right? And then you start a live stream on the Rumble app, the Rumble site. You have to go to Rumble, start a live stream, and then when you go back to connect your Rumble, the live stream you just created will be available for you to link this live stream to that live stream. And that's why I said type out everything in the description and title first, because then you can copy paste it straight over to Rumble, and it only takes a few clicks instead of having to sit down and actually figure out
Do all that.
everything again. I've got that part pretty well streamlined.
Well, see, for some reason, my Rumble, I guess it's just, I don't know, but it's the app maybe. But it just lets me upload. It does not right now currently let me live stream. So I don't know what that's about. Either.
Right. I don't know how many.
Really, I don't know.
I am in. I'm mod 4.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure I'm a mod on her channel. I don't think I'm a mod on YouTube Police. I'm on one of your channels.
You are on mine. You're definitely a mod on mine, I'm pretty sure.
I think you are a mod on mine, but let me go over and look.
Well, I just dropped the link in the back chat and in the live chat that goes to everywhere. And it's the backstage link to get in here. I'm going to give it about another 3 minutes, and then I'm going to play my play out.
Just click it.
No, it's you're in here. Why would you click it?
Oh.
I don't understand your thought process. It baffles me.
I don't understand my thought process either. Did you see where I made a whole nother private link? I don't even know how I did that. Did you see that?
I don't know what that was exactly.
In my StreamYard, there's a whole nother private recording studio link besides the one you set up. I set up one. I don't even know how I did it.
Oh, you set it up and click record instead of live? You can go in and delete it the same way. That's exactly what happened. That's how you do it. That's why I set one up in there, was so that if you want to talk to somebody and you don't want to do a live stream to do it, send them the private link, go and wait. They'll show up or won't. I don't know what to tell you any further than that.
You can also go into an old live stream, and of course you wouldn't be able to record it.
Right.
But if you just wanted to talk with somebody, you could send them like a previous live stream link, StreamYard link.
Right. Yeah. No, that's true. You can do that. And I have come across people doing that, which is weird, because I had this one StreamYard link that was saved onto my desktop, and I couldn't figure out how it had gotten there. Apparently I had inadvertently, and I reached over and was like, I don't know, click every now and then. I'd just go in there because I couldn't figure out
it, and you'll go in there.
Yeah, there's like 10 people sitting around playing poker, and I was like, they're like, oh, Sasquatch, come on in. I was like, what's going on over here?
What's going on here, guys?
We play poker here every Saturday. I was like, okay. Groovy. Yeah, bud.
That's weird.
See ya. All right.
They see
We're gonna,
good to see you.
At least that verifies everything's working. Let's do this part of the world. All right. This is Andrew eating chips, apparently. Okay, good enough. I'll tell you what you do. I want you to grab a handful of them chips and eat them.
Grab a hat and a needle?
A handful.
A handful of chips and eat them.
Yep.
I wonder if I have a handful. So I got them right here.
Good enough. Crunch on them real good.
Yeah.
This is dedicated to ATL Transparency News. Thank you, Andrew.
He didn't like when people eat on the stream.
It's just the way we roll, baby. It's just the way we roll.
3, 2, 1.
And here we go.
On my own, here we go.
If you're looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror.
The communists declared that the real differences among our people constituted the weakest and most vulnerable point in our social fabric.
It's MAGA country.